Look alive. Hey.
That's something hanging in your throat there?
Hey, the only thing hanging in the Eagles' throats right now is an L. A big L. Capital L. El Chapo. El Camino. Whatever L you want to call it. That was an absolute Donnybrook, Molly whopping, bamboozlement, whatever you want to call it. The Niners throttled the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia.
Hey,
Even,
hang the banner on regular season wins, dude.
dude, they have been running their mouths for a year, just about how it wouldn't have mattered if Brock Purdy had played. Hey, guess what? Mr. 148 passer rating, Mr. 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, Mr. over 300 yards. How's that for leadership? Where are your leadership points? Where are those on the scoreboard, Jalen Hurts and all you Philadelphia Eagles fans? Tell you where your leadership points are. It's that jabroni on the sideline who went after Dre Greenlaw, because that's the only reason the game was even within 3 scores. So,
Security Dom?
hey, security Dom just made himself apparently he's going to get punished like big time too, supposedly.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Anyways,
Standing ovation.
yeah. That's the only time they stood in the second half or whatever it was.
Hey,
Anyways,
they don't sit at the Bills games.
no, they do not. Can confirm that. Episode 84, December 3rd. It is Happy National Candle Day. How about that, huh? Bath and Body Works getting a little love. Just okay, I got to get that. I forgot. I got to get the poll up this coming week for the it just hit me. I was like, wait a minute, that was an answer for something. That was mine.
Hold the candle.
Hey. Yes. So, and tomorrow is Cheetah Day, International Cheetah Day. Shout out Tyreek Hill because he earned it.
Yes.
Oh, dude, we are firmly into December. Where you been? You've been radio silent on the group chat.
Hey, just spending the day with the kids and the wife. I'm about to go on a road trip, 10-day. Well, not really road trip, just 10-day work.
Nice.
No breaks. So, just trying to spend some quality time with the fam.
I see you.
Yeah,
I see you. Did you play some contests this week?
I did. I played the golf tournament, and
Oh,
I
yes,
was
that's right.
humming. I was all over the
The
golf
big
tournament.
cat.
I did. I got in. Was it Thursday night? I got in a free NBA contest. Won pretty good on that. I tried to parlay that into winning more money on Friday, and absolutely almost finished dead last. But I did play the golf tournament, and I got 92nd out of like 1,200 or something.
Mm.
So I was humming there.
Hey, you had the big cat, didn't you?
I did. I played him. He did okay. What I know, I didn't watch any of it live, but I feel like what I noticed from his scores was he got tired on the back nine each day.
Could have happened.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
what really screwed me up was Hovland. Hovland played like absolute butt water the first 3 days, and then comes out today and shoots -9. So if he would have done that, then really I would have been loaded. But I think I didn't see the final scores, but I think like how it was after yesterday was you could have played the top 6 guys in a lineup together. Like that's how spread out it was. Because
who
Spieth
ended
wasn't
up
that
winning?
high. Scheffler won it.
Mm. Oh, of course he did.
Yeah. I also have been spending quite a bit of time once the kids went to sleep trying to find a good Cowboys blog page, but it just dude,
Texas muted.
they're all fluff pieces. I'll tell you what I found. I had I wrote down the names of them. Inside the Star, just fluff pieces. Blogging with the Boys, fluff pieces. Two Cowboys Lane, fluff pieces. I mean, it was nothing but
Wait, there's a 2 Cowboys lane?
Let me tell you how good the Cowboys actually really are. Let me
Oh,
tell
my
like,
but that's look, you're
it
not
was
gonna
nothing like, "Oh, McCarthy hasn't even called his best games yet, and we're killing people." Like, it was just nothing but fluff pieces, and I was like, "What is this?"
dude, you're not gonna find a negative Cowboys fan. Every year is their year. It's been
Yeah.
that way for 25 years.
Every year is our year. That's all you need to know. You don't have the mafia, which is once again fallen off the wagon. They've not been circling any wagon since 2021. They peaked, and you know what? It's good to hear that we got a good group of guys out there talking good things about.
Nah, you just have yes
Cowboys.
people. All you have is yes guys.
Yeah. The Dow Yes Cowboys.
The Dow.
That should be your blog page. Anyways, okay. Here we go, boys. We're trying to win the Milly. Currently, we have a Sunday night football game going on. We play DraftKings, folks. Thank you, Adam, for chiming in the comments. Thank you, everybody, for watching and for listening on the podcast. If you're not here for the whole show, look for our podcast tomorrow. You'll get to hear the rest of it. We play DraftKings. That's pretty much our big thing, and we complain about our lineups every time we lose, which is a lot. So
I had a typical DraftKings day today. Started off hot, ended in the dumpster.
Ooh.
Very DraftKingsy, would you say?
Oh, yeah.
I started in a dumpster and got hot.
Woo! Hey, speaking of which,
turned into a dumpster fire.
Your boy. It just depends on how you use the dumpster fire. If you're trying to, stay warm in the winter months, dumpster fire is what you need.
Speaking of dumpster fire,
if you're homeless, addicted to drugs.
And speaking of dumpster fire, in 15 years, when she goes back and listens to this, my daughter's going to kill me. But she had a little bit of a tummy ache today, so she had 4 poops. And the last one was, my wife was cleaning. I was feeding our baby boy, so she was kind of in the bath by herself. But she got out of the bath, went pooped. She can't
in the water.
No.
Okay.
In the toilet.
Okay. Good.
But she's not capable of wiping herself, so she got back in the water. So it was like she pooped in the water.
So you had to rebathe her all over again.
Oh
my god. Yeah.
Hey,
I'm like, appreciate the effort, but just
execution. Execution was off.
Yeah, it was like the Bills. It was like, they did the right things, but they still found a way to lose at the end.
It was like a Sean McDermott defense call.
Yes, Sean McDumpet.
Yep. Let's take a poop and get right back in the water.
This guy's in your. Hey, this is your guy right here, Adam. Adam here. It's over.
Oh,
hey, Tex and J-Vi. Tex and J-Vi are the leaders of the It's Over Club.
Hey,
not just
75% right, almost all the time, every time.
Nope. Okay, so we've got Kansas City, Green Bay playing. Green Bay is up at half, but more importantly, your boy's got a lineup that is cooking, and I mean cooking. You want me to tell the people about it real quick?
Yeah.
If you want it to
preach,
crash and burn.
It's going to crash and burn anyways. It doesn't matter.
Preach.
But while we have this, while we have the spotlight, I am currently 7th out of 19,000 entrants.
What's that look like bankroll wise?
Couple mixers.
It's triple digits or above.
Okay.
We'll just leave it at that, and we'll keep people updated throughout the show as it inevitably fails. Tex, you have the game on? Okay.
Who are we rooting for? Who do we need?
Okay, I'm
Watson.
I'm currently,
who I also played.
I'm currently 1.3 points off the lead. 1.3.
Yeah, but who are we cheering for?
We need Kelsey, and we need the son of a. We need Deontay Wicks instead of Kraft.
Wicks is already Fire Flames.
I know, but I need him more.
You got about as good. You about as good as you could get. A salary of $800.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm cooking. All right. Big show. We've been jacking around for 10 minutes. Here's the biggest thing, fellas. Obviously, we play DraftKings. We had one of the worst things we've ever seen happen over the weekend. College football playoff. We're going to get to that in Big Click Energy. That is going to be the first part of this show. We added in Big Click Energy as a segment. So we just pick 3 topics, and I'm pretty sure every single one of them's college football playoff. And if we don't get the other 2, who cares? Because I want to talk about that. I mean, we all do. So we'll get to that in a second. But Hall of Fame bets. We got to shout out Hall of Fame bets. Parlay Optimizer. Go download the app. Use promo code MillyGoats. Let me read off to you a parlay that they pulled off the other night that was plus 1,000, and I think it was 8 legs. It had 8 legs. Dak Prescott, 2 passing touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb, anytime TD. Pollard, 50 rushing yards. Brandon Cooks, 3 receptions. Lockett, 3 receptions. Metcalf, 3 receptions. Charbonnet, 25 plus rushing yards, and CeeDee Lamb, 4+ receptions. They put that, you find all that information in the Hall of Fame Bets app. You can filter for that stuff, and then you'll come out with the optimal odds for if it's a good one. And they always give out cheat sheets. I mean, that's ridiculous. They had an 8-leg parlay. It might have been 9. I think I cut off one of them. So, anyways, promo code MillyGoats, 50% off your first month. All right, National Candle Day quickly before we get into this. From the earliest of times, candle makers added scents to produce the best-smelling candles. It started in China with their candle time clock. China. Incense sticks were often inserted into the wax to add relaxing aromas. Bath and Body Works, shout out me for my answer last time.
Mm-hmm.
An American retailer under the L brands, shout out Philly, because you hold that L because y'all suck. We whooped your absolute tails up and down the field, San Francisco, all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Was founded in 1990 in New Albany, Ohio. The company's first store opened in a Cambridge, Massachusetts mall in September of 1990. Thus, ultimately leading to White Barn candles and all the fancy candle smells for the holidays, which will ultimately win our water cooler debate. Boom. So, any thoughts on National Candle Day?
No. Candles are put to good use mostly in the bathroom. And that's my thoughts.
That's it?
Yep.
They really set the mood. They bring the room together.
Yeah, you light them in the bathroom. And you blow them out whenever you're done.
That's it? Do you like the candle smell better or the smell of the smoke after the candle gets blown out?
The smell of the smoke.
Because where there's smoke, there's fire.
Mm-hmm.
And where there's fire, there's my DraftKings lineup.
Well, you don't need a candle if you
especially if you've eaten Taco Bell.
Oh.
Yeah. I haven't done that in a long time. Very long time. Okay. On the show, Week 3 DraftKings recap, or Week 13, recap DraftKings. We've got Big Click Energy, new segment. Homer Alley, Hang the Banner, other relevant sports news, college football. We're about to get to that. The Listener League results, the Intersquad Dad Kings Jamboree, WOAT-A-MAKER results. Stop stealing. Oh, my gosh, dude. Pardon my take. Great show. Credit us when you just steal the graphic that we've been using literally the entire year for our college football playoff. just, hey, throw an ad our way. Credit us. We can be funny too.
Or you can use APA.
Yes.
It's a good citation.
Yeah, do a PowerPoint slide
MLA,
at the end.
Chicago style. Choose one.
Little,
do it.
What's that thing? Super exponent.
Swipe up?
No. Stop stealing our intellectual property. Unblock us, college-rated football. Cowards. All right. Fellas, new segment, Big Click Energy. 3 football topics from the weekend. Topic number 1, college football playoff. The rankings came out today. The games were played this weekend. We could all see it coming, could we not? Who wants to go first? Who's going to dive in? What is it? It's Michigan, Washington,
Texas,
Alabama. There's your 4. Everybody's seen it.
Well, I'll go first.
Go ahead, Tex.
because I think that they definitely got it right putting those top 3 teams in.
Okay.
Those 3 teams absolutely deserve to be there. They're the 3 best teams in the country. They've been playing the best football the last month for sure. And they've been mowing down everybody that's been put in front of them. So I think as far as the first 3, everybody can agree that those 3 are supposed to be there.
Yes.
I don't know.
Agree.
What do you mean you don't know?
J-Vi, rebuttal.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and say it. The only chink there could be Washington. That's it.
See, I disagree. To me,
No.
I'm not on board with Michigan.
Really?
Yeah.
Ain't played nobody, Paul?
They ain't played nobody. I don't understand how the Big 12 is the only conference that plays 9 conference games, but there's only like 4 teams the Big 10, sorry. But the Big 10's the only conference that plays, 9 conference games, but there's only like 4 teams in the Big 10 with a winning record. That math ain't mathing. Then they just don't I don't know. They just haven't really stuck out to me.
Let's see here.
Okay.
Michigan's schedule.
No. That is not the question at hand. The question is not Michigan. The question is not
To me,
No.
the 4 best teams in the country, if you're putting the best teams.
Okay, do that. Let's do that first. Everybody put
If
your
you're putting
go
the
ahead.
4 best teams in the country, I would say Washington number 1.
Disagree.
I would say I'll give Texas number 2 because they beat Bama, even though it was week 2, and everybody here knows that every
here we
team in the
go.
country
Here
is a
we
different
go.
team.
Oh,
week
let's
2,
wind the
they are.
clocks back.
Okay,
That
all right,
it
yeah.
matters then.
Let's-
Yep. Okay.
They
Bama, Georgia.
Okay.
All right.
But
This is like the AP, the preseason AP rankings.
Okay, Kirk Herbstreit.
I would say that Florida State, it's criminal that they're not in. It's criminal.
Tex, who's your top 4?
Michigan, Washington. Well, no, Michigan. I would have put with the way that Florida State's defense has been playing, Florida State number 2.
Whoa.
Texas,
Yes.
and then probably Washington at 4.
Mm.
With a lot of heartburn on that. They did go undefeated.
What's the
can't be
hate?
denied.
I don't get it. So mine would
They ain't
be
played nobody.
the Pac-12 was arguably the toughest conference in the country. Period. And
I'm trying to remember who. I think it was Oregon that played Texas Tech and beat them in the last minute with a touchdown.
Okay. Is that what we're doing here?
I'm just trying to. I went through their schedule. And I was like, okay.
Washington's a physical and they can score.
They have the best. They have the best quarterback in the playoff.
You think so?
Yes.
Well, we're going to see.
I disagree.
What they're about.
Yeah, we're going to see, but I mean, it's about what they've done. I don't care what you want to predict or pontificate. I don't care. What have they done? They went undefeated. They have a Heisman finalist. Yep. They are one, not the best team. Like, I don't want to hear Alabama's better because they have better talent. I don't care at all about what Alabama could be or should be or Georgia could be or should be. You played all your games. You won them. That's what football is. I don't care about what you want to predict. I could care less.
The thing is all these teams had to play tough teams down the stretch, but Texas.
It's not true.
How's it not true?
Like, Florida State in the ACC is 6-4 against the SEC this year. So as far as I'm concerned, this is not last year. This is not 10 years ago. This is not 5 years ago where the SEC was running everything.
Well,
I don't care.
They seem to forget the very first playoff. They put a Ohio State team with their third string quarterback in as the 4 seed, over Baylor and TCU, and they ran the table and won national championship.
Exactly, because you have to give the opportunity. You can't go off of the eye test and the most deserving in this. You saw what
Look,
the Florida State.
Well, you're
It's
saying that
absolutely
one player
favoritism
matters that
at this
much.
point. It's just favoritism.
Yeah, at this
It's
point
for
it is.
rating. It's for ratings.
Yeah, I mean
And-
it's everything off the field. It's not on the field.
Alabama is not undeserving to be in the playoff, but at the end of the day, they lost a game to Texas where Florida State played LSU, and I forget the other team
Blew 'em
on
out.
the road,
Lost by double digits to Texas.
and beat those teams and went undefeated. I mean, they just didn't make the right decision here. They made the decision what they wanted, and it wasn't the right decision because Florida State did everything they could. So you're basically saying, hey, your only team was your quarterback.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what
think
they
about
say.
it.
It's
Think
high
about it
school
this way.
football is what they're saying.
Think about it this way. If Georgia or Alabama was in that position where Florida State was and they were undefeated in the SEC and won the SEC championship, do you think for 1 second Alabama or Georgia is not going to the college football playoff? You are
With their
out of
third-string quarterback.
you are
Huh?
out of your mind.
They
Or
could be-
Ohio State or
That's what I'm saying.
Michigan.
Ohio
Like,
State had
that's-
one loss that year.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, it was a shame that they had to beat Louisville by 50 just to make sure that they could get in. Like, that was what they had to do. And it's like, you got to be kidding me, dude.
And they wouldn't even be without. I mean, their second-string quarterback was out on concussion, so he's going to be back
yeah,
for the playoff.
When I saw they put Texas at number 3, I already knew what was going to happen.
Hey, Michigan really ain't played nobody, Paul.
I told you.
Yeah.
they've looked awful the
Hey,
last
neither is
like, 3
Washington
weeks.
though. Neither is Washington. Every game that Washington played was an absolute dogfight with some suspect teams.
But
Oh,
there are more teams
this
that
a-
should be ranked. Not saying high, but should be ranked in the
Arizona
Pac-12
State?
than in the Big Ten. No, I
Arizona
mean,
State.
yeah, every conference has
look.
bottom feeders that are bad, but
all of us
the Big
played.
Ten is Michigan and Ohio State. That's it.
All of
Penn
us
State
played.
should not be ranked. Not
All
in the
of
top
us-
10.
No.
All of us played this game. How hard is it to go undefeated? How hard is it to not lose
Tough.
a game?
It's tough.
We lost 2
doesn't-
games the year we beat Michigan.
It doesn't happen that
Yeah.
often. Like, of course, the games, you're not going to blow everyone out. Like, that's just not how it's going to go. Like, if
So
you
I know
make
team
it
in the
through,
NFL's gone undefeated since 79 or 8 or whatever it was.
72.
that's the biggest thing. Like, they want to do the Vegas odd. Hey, where's Ryan Day, by the way? Is he not out doing the Vegas odds thing yet? Him and Kirby Smart are going to be. Hey, if we were we were in the playoffs, we'd be favored against every single one of these teams, wouldn't we? Who's that guy going to be this
They're
year?
gonna use Florida State playing Georgia too as like, well, we see this is why we didn't put them in if
Oh, of
Georgia
course.
beats them by 14.
What I mean, like great whoop-de-doo, the Orange Bowl. Who freaking cares? Florida State should boycott it, in my opinion. Why should
Yeah,
they go
just-
play that game?
Hey,
I wouldn't
print
go.
the, print the
was
national
thinking
champ shirt.
the same thing, AK. I'd just be like, forget this.
Yeah.
I mean,
Be like, we're not playing that, and we're going to hang a banner, National Champs 2023. Forget you.
UCF did it.
like UCF did.
Hell yeah, Liberty should do it. Flame on, dude. Let's go. But it's criminal, man. Like they did everything they could. Like, you
Not just
can't
that,
control.
they did
who
everything
gets
they were
hurt.
supposed to do.
You can't control who
Mm.
gets hurt. Like, if you're going to wait the
Mhm.
entire season to pull this kind of strong arm move as a committee to be like, well, now what we think matters more than what happened on the field. I mean, as far as and they don't care because it's over. Like, the 14 thing's over. They don't give a crap, right?
No, they don't have to answer to anybody. That's the
Right.
thing. Like,
And it's
and they're using what's his name, Jordan Thomas's injury as a crutch.
Try
They
it.
wasn't going to put Florida State in whether he was playing or not, because
That's a good point.
They were going to put Bama in, or the winner of the SEC championship.
Well, they're basically saying that, he should win the Heisman because he's the best player in the country, and without him, they're terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a consolation,
according to their, what they're saying why they're out, it's because they lost their best player. Then that's, to me, that's the best player in the country. Then if he means that much that they drop 2 slots, 3 slots, whatever it was,
after they won.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you win the ACC. I mean, if that's Clemson or I can't believe. I'm completely shocked. I mean, I'm not shocked. We all knew this was coming. I thought they were for real going to put two SEC schools in. I was.
They did.
For that.
I think if it wasn't Texas in there, they would have done it.
They did. Texas is technically an SEC school.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying.
But I mean, Texas has
such
a big following that they were worthy enough to make the playoff.
Well, they set it up now. They want Texas, Alabama again. That's what they want.
Yeah, for the championship.
Yes.
Yeah.
But again, the whole thing, they're not going to have to answer, like, what's the consequence of doing that? Like, it's just everybody getting mad and further proving. And then you listen to all these idiots before the games even started, right? They're like, there's no way FSU can get in. They had already started this whole thing before the damn thing even kicked off at noon for the conference championships. Like, it was a con job by Kirk Herbstreit, by, all these jabronis touting the SEC logo. And it just sucks. It just sucks because basically now the regular season never mattered. It didn't matter what you did. It was who they wanted to be in at the end of the day.
Yeah, why if you're a team like Florida State, why are you going to go play in LSU or whoever else they played now? Like,
do what Michigan did.
You're not gaining anything by it. Yeah.
Well, you're basically the Power 5 is a joke anyway. The
it doesn't give you any advantage.
No Power 5.
Yeah.
It's the SEC and
the Big Ten.
And the Big Ten.
And then Texas and Oklahoma.
It's and the SEC.
You got to go undefeated in all your other.
No, the Big Ten's
It's Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah, it's the SEC, Ohio State, Michigan, Texas, Oklahoma. Yeah.
It's not the Big Ten.
And the other schools have to go undefeated with your starting quarterback.
Now throw that in there. Like, you lose your starting quarterback. Sorry, dude. Your whole season's been a waste of time. Like, are you kidding me? Oh my!
I mean,
God.
Michigan.
You
know who Michigan played in the Big Ten championship? A team that has more punting yards than they do total offensive yards on the season.
Jeez. Hey, shout out number 4.
Dude, that guy. Hang the banner.
Are you hanging the banner for him? Maybe. Oh, don't spoil it. Anyway,
half a banner for him, half a banner for something else. But yeah.
Yes. Oh, you're hanging 2 banners.
Well, I got 2 banners to hang.
Front and back banner. So
yes. Yeah. There you go.
All right. Good. Anything else on the college football playoff?
I'd like to apologize to App State.
Oh, yes.
Hand up.
Guys.
Hand up. Our fault.
Don't let the score fool you, though.
We put them as number 6 on our playoff ranking, and we know better. App State doesn't win when they are ranked.
That was on us.
Yep, that's on us. I'll take full. But we might be a basketball school now.
Hey, pack the homes, dude. Take the stairs.
Definitely a wrestling school.
Stairs. Yeah.
There's no place like homes. Shout out to us for the Black and Gold pod, guys. AJ and Big C. I said, has nobody used the term Joey Swagalar yet? And can we coin that? And one of the guys messaged me and said, do you mind if we use that? I said, no, but we want to be involved with some of the trademarking. if Joey Aguilar approves it, and we'll make shirts. Joey Swagalar, dude.
Yes.
But yes, take the stairs, dude. There's no place like Holmes. Why have they
not?
Take
a hike.
I'm going to take a hike. I'm gonna have to text him again. No place like Holmes.
Yeah.
Is it in the home center?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
First time they've sold that place out since Steph Curry played.
Yep, we were there.
Put up
Flu game.
35 points in 17 minutes.
Flu game for Steph. Anything else on the college football playoff, Tex? Texas is in it, so you can, if you want to take a minute to.
All right. I mean, they deserved it. They earned it. And time to go win it, like I said, to start the year.
Do you think we could get Taylor Swift at the Homes, and they bring Travis Kelce and Patrick and State Farm and do Mahomes and Motto?
The Mahomes Center
with the Swifties?
Yes.
That's a good. We need to talk to the Black and Gold Pod guys too. Hey, good season for App State. I mean, it sucks because we're like 8-5 or whatever, but
hey, but they battled at the end. They just didn't give up like they did last year.
I was proud to see that. Like I want them to go undefeated every year, but like you said, to turn it around like that was
had some adversity. They fought back.
They had a lot of pride, man, and hey, build on that and start faster.
What do you want to be remembered for?
Man, I was so confident. Well, I thought they were going to win. I also didn't know that it was raining. But I was so confident that somebody reached out to me. I was like, hey, should I take App State on a teaser 14.5 or plus 14.5? And I was like, damn right, you should. Like, there's like, even if App State somehow blows this game, they're going to do it late and they're not going to lose by more than 14 points. So I got in on it. They did. I got in on it. Boy, was I wrong.
They blew it, and they blew it bad.
Don't bet with your heart, folks. Don't bet with your heart.
Hey, is this anything to do with the same kind of JMU thing, that situation?
Yeah, I got they were points added. I mean, we weren't 14 points. It wasn't that same person. It was a different person.
I was going to say that was a collective effort.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else on the college football playoff? Other than we're disgusted and they're just kids.
It's a shame, man.
Why would you do that to the kids?
Like,
they're kids. Why would you do that to them?
They showed who's on the committee, like when they were starting to do the announcement, like I saw Michigan's AD in there. I'm just like, I know exactly what's going to happen. Like, why am I even watching this? Because I'm about to be really mad.
What a joke. What a joke. We did get Kirk Herbstreit, though, with that meme. That was a good collective effort, boys.
Yes. But I've seen people bring that up now, and they're like, well, Ohio State won 59-0 in their conference championship game that year. I'm like, yes, again, the Big Ten doesn't have good teams other than Ohio State and Michigan. So, like, I just don't give them as much credit as everybody else does.
It doesn't. I don't care how much you win by.
I hope Missouri beats the crap out of Ohio State.
I really don't care how much you win by.
Did you see what Drinkwitz said on his interview, Missouri? When his interview was ending, he said, wait a second, I'm getting a call from Connor Stallions. He's giving me some tips on Ohio State.
He's got some swagger, dude.
Yeah, touche to him.
All right. That's college football. We want to do these other two topics, or do we want to go to Homer Alley?
Well, you obviously want to talk about it.
I didn't write that in there.
I only put the Niners game in because I was just going to talk about how much better of a leader Jalen Hurts is by coming back into that game injured, and bringing his team. It was a victory for the Eagles, in that they kept battling, so they won the game in that aspect because Jalen Hurts is the best leader on the field, and he was the best leader on the field in that game. If you can
wasn't
see
the best
the way
quarterback.
The team changed, he was the best leader, which is the most important thing.
You're right.
So, that's all I was going to say.
Yeah, so he wasn't the best quarterback by any stretch of the imagination at all. Wasn't even close. Purdy, pretty much. Look, if Jalen Hurts is the MVP,
was that Rice they were just carting off the field?
No, it was number 6.
I don't know. anyways,
Dude, I thought Pacheco blew his knee out earlier, but he just
He scored a touchdown.
yeah,
kidding
he
me,
just
dude?
scored.
How would he blow his knees out? They're always up in his chest.
Dude, he
He runs with really high knees.
Yeah, his heel was touching the back of his head when he got tackled on one play. I'm like, what in the world?
Dude, he's got the most mobile hips of any person on the planet.
Was every game have weather today? I was watching Red Zone. It was like every game that they flipped to was rainy or cloudy or misting or
Football weather day.
yeah.
We're in that part of the season.
Yeah. No, we don't need. We'll talk about the Niners game. Hey, I did find a way. I did come up with a formula to quantify leadership, boys. You basically just take all your stats that you have for the game and multiply them by a leadership variable.
Like making somebody a captain in DraftKings.
Yeah, you multiply it by 0.25 points. So say
1.5.
Say you throw for 25 yards, a completed 25-yard pass. If you're a leader, as everybody likes to say in the MVP race, because their stats suck, then you multiply that pass by 0.25, and now it's a 30-yard pass, so that they can actually get the stats that would qualify them for an MVP race. So we're going to institute the leadership multiplier so that the stats actually match all these idiots who say so-and-so's a leader. Anyways. All right, Homer Alley. This is where we talk about our teams, ladies and gentlemen. Myself, as you can see, San Francisco 49ers. Big win. Big win. Cowboys fans are happy about it too. They won't say it, but they are. The two in the bottom of your screen.
Dude,
the two in the bottom of your screen.
Glad you won.
Dude, yeah. We talked about this. I mean,
we
for
did.
the next 2 weeks, you and I are cheering for the same team. You're a Cowboys fan next week.
We are.
Sunday Night Football when we play the Eagles. I mean, we beat the Eagles. Y'all slide up in the first place.
Yeah, we got some battles coming up next 2 games.
Yes, we
for
do.
Sure.
So the bottom two of your screen are Cowboys fans, Butch and Tex. Myself, Niners fan. You're the top of your screen. Javi is our lone Bills fan. So we usually in Homer Alley let the Bills go first. They're on the bye, but what do you have to say? I'm sure there's some two Bills drive updates.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to say that, I wanted to say that it was awesome because, we didn't lose this week. We didn't blow it, but still had some news.
Yeah, you still blew it.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to come from that. I don't even know exactly what all's true and what, I'm not one to quickly judge. But supposedly she's not cooperating and saying that it's all false and nothing actually happened. So I who knows?
3 sides to a story, man.
Exactly.
Her side, his side, and the truth.
I don't condone, if he did do it, I don't condone it. Obviously, I hate the situation, but from a business side of things, if that were to happen, it would actually benefit us because we could get out of that contract and salary cap jail.
Where are you at? Because I think the Browns and the Steelers lost.
Yes.
Good for you.
Standings wise?
Yeah.
Colts won.
Yeah, that had to be good for you.
Texans won. The Texans
number
won,
10.
so that helps us because Denver lost. Denver has the tiebreaker over us.
Where's the temperature check?
We still got to win out regardless. I mean,
I was about to take you through that.
our temperature doesn't change because we got to win.
Oh, you're
just win, baby.
You're cold-blooded. Cold-blooded Bills?
If you win out, 99% chance of making it in. Now, I'm going if this is all if you lose one game. Okay? If you lose next week to the Chiefs, 51%. If you lose to the Cowboys, 63%.
Did he catch that?
If you lose to the Chargers, 44%. If you lose to the Pats, 50%, 51%, and if you lose to Miami, 45%. So basically, you got room to lose one game instead of about a 50% chance plus to get in.
We'll do some stupid stuff like we'll win all the games and lose to the Pats. Like
if you if you lose twice, less than 10% chance.
Oh yeah, we're just.
Boys,
I'd rather just win them all.
Yep.
No better
win
time
out,
now.
you
Get
got,
hot.
You got
Are
some
you in
breathing
win? Are you in win?
Hey,
Are you in
It's
win
going
now
hard
mode?
for you to win them all when we win all of ours.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Cowboys, Bills coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But can you play in weather?
That's the one. That's the one
Mm.
game. That's the one game you guys could potentially afford to lose.
And Josh Allen played in weather.
Yeah.
No. He
Cowboys can't do diddly poo on the road. Period.
What are you talking about?
Diddly poo.
What are you talking
Really, that is the only game we can't afford to lose because it's an NFC game.
Ooh. Oh, he's already rationalizing. Woo!
But
Okay.
about? Cowboys are 500 on the road.
Okay. Whatever. Dak's numbers suck on the road compared to at home. So.
But they play
Anyways.
good on turf, so Bills have turf.
Oh, that's true. That's true. They're a very good turf team.
Yeah.
Very good turf team.
Terrible on grass.
Terrible on grass.
That's what they brought up. They said the Cowboys have to play in Philly or in San Fran, then they're in trouble because both those teams have grass.
And it's a road game. Double entendre. Welcome to the frozen entendre. Okay. Niners. Niners. Back to the 2 seed. Creeping up on the 1 seed, boys. 9-3. What is that noise?
So somebody's typing something.
Yeah. What's that noise? Sounds like somebody's beatboxing. That's weird. Niners are 9-3. 2 seed. Brock Purdy. Statement game. Legacy game. MVP game, if you will. 148.3 rating. 4 touchdowns. Debo backed up every single ounce of trash talk he put on this week. The stupid security guard. Nobody else hears that.
I hear it.
I hear it.
Okay.
Sounds
I
like
thought I was
somebody's
crazy. I thought it was
doing the clap song from Pitch Perfect.
Yeah, okay. All right. That stupid security guard. Okay.
Oh, dude, he was. You know what? They were on his sideline. The guy was doing trigger guns in his face.
No.
Should have touched him.
The security guard stuck his finger in his face first to push him away.
So he's
Right?
going with a Daniel Cormier
pushed him away.
fingers to the eye.
Anyways, it cost us Dre Greenlaw. Then Philly thought they were big and bad. The crowd was back in it. Da-da-da-da-da. No, we went down and scored on like 7 straight drives. Doesn't matter. Game's over. Bully ball is what I was calling it.
Mm-hmm.
Where was Hurts with his leadership points? Where were the Eagles when they needed to be big and bad and come back in the second half and have all the magic? And Hurts is just standing in the pocket until pressure comes, and then he runs to either sideline and tries to throw it down the field. None of that. Brock Purdy went in there, dominated. The defense went in there and dominated. 1 seed's going to be ours. Right now, in the Bird Regatta, the Niners have the upper hand. They beat the Seahawks. They beat the Eagles. They've got the Ravens and the Cardinals, I think. And then Brock Purdy will be the true picture of the guy who goes duck hunting or dove hunting with all the birds on the back of his tailgate.
Just line them all up. That's what you need to meme.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Purdy. Just get him a little
pheasant.
How about Brock?
No, I don't
How
think
about
I have
this?
one.
Brock Birdie.
Yeah.
Okay. Cowboys. I'm done. Like, that was an absolute massacre. It's exactly what I wanted to see because everybody called me so much last year when they played the Eagles. My phone died, and then I was radio silent for 2 weeks because I was so mad because everybody wanted to dunk on the Niners. We didn't have a quarterback.
AK can't take it.
No,
I can't take it.
No, I can't take it whenever y'all give terrible takes about how the Niners stink when we don't have a quarterback. And when we do have a quarterback, we go in there and beat him by 30.
It's okay. It's okay.
If I have to listen to these 2 Bill drive takes, you have to listen to these other takes.
No.
Right.
Sweet revenge.
Hey, but those 2 Bill drive takes are coming straight from your own fan base.
I was so right. Great. It wasn't even funny about this whole thing. I was like, if we just had Purdy, that game would have been over. We would have been in the Super Bowl.
AK
in the Super
Bowl. He
Bowl.
can dish it out, but he can't take it.
I'll tell you who dished it
It's
out. Brock
off-skin.
Purdy. Brock Purdy dished it out left. He dished it out up the middle. He dished it out right. I mean, it looked like Thanksgiving dinner. There were so many dishes. It was a covered dish crock pot fest up there. So many dishes. All right, go ahead. Tex with your Cowboys.
Just another dominant performance. No question about the game from the time that the first whistle blew to the time the last whistle blew.
Lies.
What are you talking about?
Seattle had them on the ropes.
It was never a question of who was going to win that game. Never a question.
Baloney. The Cowboys are on the ropes. Their defense, which is supposed to be their staple, stinks.
Awful.
Stinks.
Mm-mm.
Stinks.
Dude, Bland couldn't.
They were not that good.
Oh,
they were not that good in coverage, but everybody else was good.
Dude, they turned that man from Deron Bland into the Deron Bland before time, because he went back so far into the Stone Ages he forgot how to cover. He looked like a caveman out there.
There's a lot of pass interference penalties in that game too.
There were 19 total penalties. It was impossible. Okay. Do we want to get into this weekend's shenanigans?
Let's do it.
Do we have any theme music we want to hit?
Of course.
Yes.
Football, you're so cool.
And on our show, you're gonna rule. Football, we love you. Wow. Shout out DYLON on tickling the strings.
The twine.
Yes, the twine. There you go. Okay, this is the part where we kind of talk more about our DraftKings stuff. Currently, we have lineups going right now. Currently, one of us is sitting in a very good position, and we will update that as the game goes on. We're still in the top 10. Still in the top 10 for the showdown. Single entry. Okay. We're going to go down through these. We gave you some games, some guys to play. We'll go over those. But the Muck the Stalls listener contest. 19 entrants this week. We stink.
Yeah.
We stink. We stink at our own contest. We can't win it.
I won it last week.
Yes, we have one win. One win out of 13 weeks. And there's 5 of us. That's pretty bad. We need a leader. Who's our leader? Who's our
Me.
Jalen Hurts leader?
Me. I won it.
True. So we should multiply your points from here on out by 0.25.
Yeah. Get in line and follow me. I'll show us the way.
Okay, on the podium, we had OTA Top Troy, 169.35. Wakeboarder, that dude is up there every single week. We had a tie for the lead. Sophisa, 1314, had 158.14. Sean Hackbarth from 1 week season, I think, 149.16. And then Average Joe's, dude, Elio, 148.84, hopping up there. We appreciate everybody for participating. Coming down to the nitty-gritty here. We got a few weeks left. Okay. So what did OTA Top Troy do? Let's boast him. He bought into the Niners hype. He played a little Brock Purdy and CMC stack. Niners on the road. He believed. And then he went with the Tyreek Hill, which was just phenomenal for everybody who played DraftKings, everyone. Just spectacular because Tyreek was out of control. And then he had the ATL defense. Good play there. Roast. Tex.
That's a heck of a lineup to put together with those two guys in there
Mm-hmm.
on the same. I mean, that's a lot of salary money.
Yes.
They balled out.
Yeah, for CMC and Tyreek.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Roast. Tex.
Oh yeah, I was up at number 1, number 2 there for a while. I was like, yeah, this is it. I'm gonna win two weeks in a row. I'm gonna do it. And then, like Sisyphus, I pushed the rock up to the top, and it came crashing back down on top of me. And I got to start pushing it back up again next week. So I'm gonna climb that mountain again next week.
Grab
Him
that
and my
axe.
guy, Boom Sauce. I work with that guy a good bit.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually taking a trip with him next week, so I'm gonna have to roast him.
He finished dead last.
I know he was up there too because when I looked, I think Tex was in first and he was in second, and I was like, "Oh wow, Boomer's cooking." And then I just looked, and yeah, he's last. I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna get on him about that.
Get him.
Dude, I also looked too, and our boy Noah at the first slate of games, like he had 0 points the whole time. I was like, he's not playing a single person in the 1 o'clock slate. I'm like, he's about to jump up. Yeah, he's about to jump up and pass everybody, and he never got it going. Because he was the only person behind me for most of the day because I was like second to last, and then I still beat him.
I think I finished like 17th, 14th.
14th. You're just ahead of me.
In your face, dude. In your face. Okay, so thanks for everybody for participating in that. Thursday, so we'll wind the clocks back to Thursday when the Cowboys took on the Seahawks. Over under was 47.5.
Gave them an absolute beatdown shellacking.
Woohoo! Did that one hit or did that one hit? Dallas favored by 9. I don't think they covered, did they? I can't remember what the final score was.
No, they did not. It was 41 to 35.
No.
There you go.
No. 6.
Okay.
Sucks
First thing we have to do is call out Tex for not rooting for the Cowboys.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Butch, get him. Get him, Butch.
I was rooting for DK to get some points. That's
Yeah. Yes.
You're right.
We were behind at the moment, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I could use some DK right now. Oh yeah, I like that." I'm like, "Dude,
I wasn't worried
I
about
don't care
losing.
about your WOAT lineup."
I think it was like
I
think it was that first touchdown when DK took it 70-something yards. Tex was like, "Played him."
Hey, played him. I did.
Oh, that's what DraftKings does to you, though. You're like, yes,
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, watch this run by Pacheco. He just lifted in his. He was lifted in the
Safety
air.
bit in, and
His legs were still moving. He looked like a dog over water.
no, I need him to get in.
They're getting him.
Oh,
All right.
Fourth quarter. Here we go. Get your fours
Get
up.
your fours
Yeah.
up. Get your fours up. All right, yeah. So that was the game was. I mean, it was a fun game to watch. Honestly, it was entertaining. The defenses from a DraftKings perspective.
Not
Bad
Double
idea.
D. Yeah.
Bad idea.
no.
Double D was not the play.
Dude. Oh, I was so confident in that too. I was like, I'm sick and tired of getting burnt. I'm just gonna buy in. Worst idea of all time. Oh,
That's why you can't chase. You can't chase in DraftKings.
DK Metcalf, dude. How do we not get that? DK on
Dude.
DK? How do we miss that?
It's bad.
He went off. Him and CD were good. I don't remember what the optimal lineup was, but I did do pretty well in that actually. Let me see.
I cashed on that one.
DK was for sure the captain overall.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, I was up there pretty good. Yeah, the top lineup was like
Probably
in the
DK, Dak, CD.
Yeah, it was DK, CD, Gino,
Cool.
Ferguson, Aubrey, and Fant.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Noah Fant.
There at the end.
Should have known.
There at the
Cowboys are bad against tight ends.
Oh,
So-
Kincaid gonna cook.
Ooh. All right. So that was that. We had a pretty good amount other than the defenses. So there we go. Anything else from that game, boys? Butch, Tex, anything on the Cowboys other than Dak's "Here we go" cadence? What is that all about?
Good to get another
He's always
win.
done it.
What the hell's a cadence about?
No, he's always done it.
Just his thing. Here we go.
Unless he's
It's like
playing
Cam Newton with White 80.
do
White
you have a
80,
problem with it,
set
Thor?
up. Go.
Ready. Unbelievable.
That's his thing.
All right. Cowboys
Yeah,
win.
The ready, set, hut days are over.
Aaron Rodgers does green 18. So the Cowboys win, setting up an absolutely massive game next week. Okay. Here are the games we liked from today's slate. Anyone care to go first? J-Vi, why don't you go? Go ahead. Talk
I'll
about
go.
this game.
I did
Talk about this game.
Phillies. Oh no, he was just throwing interceptions. I did Philly, San Fran, and boy, there were points there. Purdy had points. McCaffrey got you 20 points. Debo got you points. Devontae Smith got you points.
Top two quarterbacks were in this game.
I'm telling you, man, I have been on a
in the
roll
world was
calling my
that?
games. Wasn't game of the year quality, but Bills on still on that. But it's a good game. Points
But yeah,
wise,
Son of a mother
DFS.
lover.
But
What
Bill's
happened?
got like three game of the years coming up in a row.
Oh yeah. Well, we have the
No
game of the year every
Gray.
year, and we don't win. Gray touchdown.
Oh, it's not what we needed. It's not what we needed.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire was in anyway, so
Oh my gosh, we needed Kelsey. Oh.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I was like, please no.
Oh, Dad, blame it. We've fallen. We have fallen. Dang it. Anyways, my game was Washington and Miami. Washington has given up 30 plus in their last 4 home games. Yeah, that happened again. Tyreek Hill went bananas. Chan or whatever his name was. Tyreek definitely was still pissed at the camera guy who got tossed. So he went off. So if you played the Miami side of that, good for you. Sam Howell wasn't that. I mean, he was bad, but not from a DraftKings and fantasy perspective. So could have played him too and probably cashed.
Yeah, 2 Russian studies.
Yeah. So there you go. Butch P, tell us about your game, dude.
What game did I pick?
San Francisco, Philly.
No, he picked it.
San Francisco, Philly. Yeah, that's right. San Francisco, Philly. Dude, what a game. About the only time I'll cheer for the Niners is if they're playing the Eagles, especially under these circumstances. But, we touched base on it. Brock Purdy, 4 touchdowns, over 300 yards, I think 314 or something passing, with Debo recipient of 3 of those. I mean, electrifying. My hot guy for running back was CMC, of course, at $9,000. $9,000 for CMC is just too cheap.
Yep.
He's just so electric and that dude is just amazing and is also in the MVP consideration in my book too.
He should be.
I still like Deron Bland. I know he had a tough night on Thursday, but dude is resilient and came back and had an interception in that game.
He did.
All the MVPs every year, that's a quarterback. They don't have 17 games where they had 17 great games. So
okay, we're not gonna.
That's my
I want
case
you to
for
talk.
him. He had a bad
talk
night.
about the Niners, dude. We're not talking about the Cowboys right now. We just talked about them.
That's it. That's all I got.
You can't tell a story of the NFL without the Dallas Cowboys.
I said talk about the Niners and the Eagles, and you turn it into Deron Bland MVP.
Hey, say who else welcome. Is it going to be?
Oh. Anyway, Tex, tell us about your game. Denver.
I said this was going to be a. Is it a Russ Wilson is
you're,
back?
You're
game,
outnumbered here,
or is it a passing the torch game? And it was definitely a passing the torch because he passed the torch right to the Houston defenders in the end zone to end the game. So
yes, he did.
So the torch has been passed symbolically
he dropped the torch on
and
himself
literally.
And went up in flames.
Yep, exactly. He just straight up torched himself. So it's been passed. Not a great game by Stroud, but
Nico Collins though. Jeez. So I mean, hey, we gave you some games where there were some dudes in there. Like
Yep.
that's what you need. You need to be like, hey, how can I get this DraftKings lineup the way it needs to be?
Yep. And Stroud
And-
did get sacked 5 times, so that's not really what you want your rookie quarterback doing.
And
Getting
Dell's out
beat
for the
up.
year.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
Tank Dell fractured fibula. Probably not the best idea to have your
Oh,
best
really?
receiver. Yeah. To have your best receiver blocking at the line of scrimmage, almost in between the tackles on the goal line. Especially when he weighs 165 pounds. He probably doesn't need to be inside the box. So yeah, he's done. But yeah, so those 4 games.
And what's Dalton Schultz status?
I don't know. I didn't look any. I just saw that Brevin Jordan was playing and played the wheels off of him. So
He didn't even get any targets or receptions, so he must not have played.
Oh yeah,
Schultz did not play.
he
was out.
produced.
oh, Texas out of the simulated BCS
Well, that's what
standings.
I was
Wow.
Oh wow, yeah. It doesn't matter they're in. You know, I think Ohio State was number 2 in those. weren't they? So it's already erroneous.
All right.
Am I-
So those were the games. Quickly, Arizona, Pittsburgh. I didn't watch any of that game. Is weather real though? Because it got delayed like 3 times. Do we believe in weather now?
Kyler Murray cooked in that game. And
Did he?
James Conner. I don't know how I forgot about James Conner got hurt. And I don't get any,
I played it a
notifications
lot.
about the Cardinals injury report, but he's back. And he's usually down there pretty good for running backs cheap.
He was like 5,600 or 5,800.
Yeah. And he always
Yeah.
produces points.
God,
DFS.
dude, there were so many lineups that I had cooking early that had Ramondre Stevenson in, and he was off to a hot start. Boom, out. Then there was somebody else too. But okay, ATL and the New York Jets. I mean, these games were pathetic, so we're not even going to spend much time on these. But are the Cowboys scared now that Atlanta's getting hot? Are they afraid of going to Atlanta? Because that's probably where they're going. No, they're not, because it's a dome and it's
Atlanta?
turf.
Dude, the Bills and the Falcons have the same record. The Bills are plus 101 on point differential. The Falcons are minus 14. I think the Falcons lead that division.
They do. They're the 4 seed right now, so it'd be 4 and 5 Cowboys Falcons.
Jeez.
Yep. Chargers, Patriots. This game was 6-0. 6-0. Stop putting Justin Herbert up at the top quarterback on DraftKings. Stop it. Are they still going to fire Staley after winning? But they only scored 6 points. Should they? That's the question from this game.
Well, yeah.
He got the win though, 6-0. Those 3 games right there, I had no interest in watching. None at all. I think Trevor Siemian came in for the Jets when they were playing Atlanta too. So, all right, the other game that was actually decent was Detroit and New Orleans. Detroit won this game, but the big story from this one is that chain gang guy. Okay, did you see the video?
No.
Folks, look up the chain gang guy from this game. It's pretty graphic. I hope he's okay. His leg got broke, almost like Jordan Travis's. Yeah, it was pretty gruesome. So hopefully that guy's okay. But the Lions win. Kamara had a good game for this. Colts, Titans. Are the Colts for real? They're way ahead of the Bills.
They don't play nobody.
Gardner Minshew's still driving that ship, baby. Derrick Henry had a good game. So did DeAndre Hopkins.
Him and Levis got into it on the sidelines, though.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh. All right. And my question from the Panthers and Bucks game, did anyone watch this game?
No.
Didn't watch that one.
Panthers are eliminated from playoffs, though, now.
They are finally?
Yeah.
Mathematically.
Man, they had a good run.
Yeah.
They had a good run.
First team.
We kept the flame alive, dude. Cleveland Rams.
with no draft
Rams are in the
picks.
playoffs. Yes, no draft picks. Rams are in the playoffs right now as it stands. But Joe Flacco, is he back?
Did he cook? Because I had a lineup with him in it at 4,600, and I convinced myself to take it out because I was like, what am I doing here?
I'm not exactly sure what he did, but I did watch. I had that game on too while I was watching the Niners game. And I was like, man, he could still sling it. And then like twice he threw an interception. I was like, he just heaves it up downfield to nobody.
Because Cooper got hurt too.
Yeah.
So, originally I had Flacco in. It was my lineup that I had with Tariq, and I also had Pittman in because he usually gets a ton of points. But I was like, what am I doing? So I took Flacco out and Pittman out because I had to get a higher price quarterback, and I threw Cooper in there just in case Flacco did go off, but Cooper got hurt. So
You couldn't help but believe in Flacco because you
Yeah.
wanted to be the guy that said I played him.
yeah, I did.
Oh,
I mean,
that always is
That's
the
like
case.
with those free lineups, it's like, why the hell not do something crazy like that?
Mm-hmm.
They're free. I mean, I don't know.
You'll see that one of the receivers did make it in from the Browns.
Mm.
All right, so way to go, everybody who won their games. That was a horrific. That was a terrible slate that we just ran off there. Other than the games that we mentioned, I mean, it was really only like 2 games that were really any good. All right, guys, we liked. J-Vi, defend yourself, because what the hell was this? These are the guys we told you to play in your lineups for your DraftKings to be like, oh, looking for a dude here at this position. Hey, looking in a GPP, like a big tournament. Boom. Throw these guys in there. J-Vi, what are you doing?
Look, sometimes you go on a hot streak, you go 4 or 5 weeks in a row, nailing every time. You got to come back down. You got to humble yourself a little bit. So right now I'm in that humble area where I've had 2 weeks where I haven't really hit. I would say Tiger Woods was a win. He finished the tournament, finished 18th. For his price was a win. I think like 30 something.
20.
I don't know.
Out of 20. Out of 20.
That's like me saying I finished 14th in our listener contest.
Samuel had a pretty decent day. McLaughlin was terrible. Dotson was terrible. But Curtis Samuel had an okay day.
McLaurin was awful. He had 0 points.
Yeah, he was. I said he was terrible. Dotson was terrible too because I played Dotson in one lineup. I played Samuel.
Tell us about Dortch.
Yeah, I don't know if he even played. It was rain. I didn't know weather. I didn't know weather was going to happen in every single game today. It's hard to pick receivers in weather.
All right, Tex, defenses.
I mean, I feel like the 2 defenses I gave did okay.
Miami's was pretty good.
Yeah, they were pretty good. Detroit was also really good. 2 good
weren't
value
gonna kill
picks. Nobody. Yeah, they weren't going to cost you anything. As far as like right now, Chiefs defense is killing me. But yeah,
not bad.
Yeah,
ButchP, tell us about your running back there. You kind of touched on it.
Yeah, I mean, CMC was gold.
Was he platinum then?
Good play at $9,000.
Dude, yeah. CMC had a good game. He was
not close.
He had one of those games where the stat sheet isn't going to show how good he was. He had a you had to watch it game. You know what I mean? The way he was running the football. He was running angry. DYLON, we didn't change this, but he gave you Dalton Schultz for your tight end. Then he said, we got to switch it out for Brevin Jordan, which was a pretty good play. But Njoku was terrible. Harrison Bryant, I think, had like 16 points, the other tight end for the Browns. So DYLON was on the right track, just had the wrong names in there. Right teams, wrong names. So, and then I gave you Tua for your quarterbacks, who was the quarterback 6. Not bad. But I also told you Brock Purdy. I said you need to play Brock Purdy this week. And guess what? QB1, he delivered. It's a couple weeks in a row now.
Played him.
Yes. He absolutely delivered. The first quarter was kind of shaky because they only had the ball twice. So, but he ended up dealing. I mean, he was dealing. Then I gave you Kenny Pickett, who, hey, at the beginning of that thing, Kenny Pickett was dealing, but I think he hurt his ankle and then had to go out. Because when I first opened up the app, I stacked him with Pickens. And I was like, oh, shoot, Pickens has like 8 points already. And it's not even the game just started. So, anyways, so that's who we gave you. Some good, some bad. But we're fighting. We're fighting. All right, scumbags and studbags. Scumbags, quarterbacks. These guys stunk. They were like right around 8 to 10% or above ownership for all these scumbags. That means people wanted to play them. CJ Stroud with 16 points let you down, scumbag. Russ Wilson, 18 points, not bad, but still let you down, scumbag. Zach Moss from the running backs, 60% owned in the tournament I was in, 7.7
What?
points.
Really?
60, yes.
Mm.
He was 4,600. Jalen Warren also was very highly owned, 6.5. Bijan, 10.9. Javante, 10.
Played both of them.
Played a lot of
Yeah.
Zach Moss.
So did everybody else.
Right. Jalen Waddle, 10.2 points. Josh Downs, 4.4. McLaurin, 0. Dortch, 2.9. Those are your wide receivers that are pretty high owned that stunk it up. Tight ends, Njoku,
What the heck was going on with Josh Downs?
They're playing McKenzie more and more. So they're getting throwing formations in there with McKenzie, and Josh Downs is coming out. They don't play both of them at the same time. From what I've seen, I mean, I don't watch every play, but
interesting. Why McKenzie? He's terrible.
Motion, I don't know.
But yeah, tight ends, Njoku, Muth, Tom Ass from the Commanders. Don't ever play him. We told you that a couple weeks ago. Defenses, Pittsburgh, 2 points. Cleveland, -1 points. What has happened to Cleveland's defense? Okay, studbags.
Lost their offense. You throw 2 interceptions a game, and you can't. It's hard to compete that way.
They also haven't played at home.
opportunities.
They're only good at home.
Ooh, true. Very true.
Hey, speaking of Pittsburgh, do you think they miss Connor?
Yeah.
James Conner?
Yeah.
No.
That was a revenge game for him.
Oh, it was.
You think they miss him? Because I mean, they got once they got Najee Harris, they were like, okay, kicked him to the curb.
Well, they just need to stop with the whole Najee Harris thing and let Jalen Warren do his thing. Studbags, J-Vi, go.
Purdy with his $75 Coles outfit, 32
MVP.
points. Hurts, Stafford, Minshew. Running backs, Kamara, Henry, Connor, Chuba. Wow, Chuba, 25 points.
Yeah, dude.
Acne and CMC.
Acne.
Butch, that's A-Chain. Looks like Acne. The way it's spelled on this sheet.
Playing like Acne too, because he was popping all over the field.
Receivers, Debo showed up, warmed up in all black Air Force Ones, 38 points. Should have known that was happening. Puka, Tyreek, Evans in the rain, all those in the rain. Pittman. Wait, Nico. I was reading Nico Puka.
Yeah, I was like,
Devontae Smith and Pierce. Oh, Pierce was a dart throw for the Colts.
Dude, the receivers went off.
Yeah, tight ends. Laporta, McBride. McBride had a good game for the Cardinals. Bryant, Taysom. You almost have to play Taysom now.
Yeah, him and Laporta, those are 2 solid options.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could flex Taysom Hill easily.
Big defensive day because of the weather. Atlanta, Indy, Chargers, Miami, Houston, all above 10 points.
The receivers had a big day today. You needed those. Laporta was the key to a lot of lineups. Porter was the key. All right, so that was scumbags and studbags. Let's roast each other's lineups. Tex, you want to get ButchP? Why don't you get ButchP and J-By? Get them.
Okay. Hey, ButchP, Downs. What were you thinking there? 14 yards, 3 targets. Oh, he's dropped off.
He left.
Winner.
Can't handle.
There he is.
Can't handle it.
There he is.
Tiny.
He's
little,
back.
Little puppy
And
dog.
we're back.
Bulldog mouth, puppy dog ass.
Hey,
You and AK.
put a little trickery here.
Yeah. J-Vi, Dortch. Really? One
Hey.
catch?
What can I say?
You got to
What you gonna
redeem
do?
yourself, dude. That's bad.
What you gonna do?
You can't have that happen again.
What you gonna do?
Got to put a counter up there for you.
Hey. I also played Robert Woods. 0 points.
Oh my god!
Me too.
Stop doing that, dude. You do that like every week.
Well, when I look at Houston's receivers, they all have a question mark beside them,
Well-
like a questionable. So I'm like, one of them's got to be out. So that means Woods is going to step in here.
In all fairness, he
It's like
averages like
3
3 or 4 targets a week. Just looking at Pro Football Reference, 3 or 4 targets a week, and a couple catches and like 40 to 50 yards receiving, and maybe a touchdown sprinkled in here and there. So you never know.
You
But
really
he didn't get
don't.
anything today. No love today.
Tex.
But Stroud was
Dead.
running for his life.
Last.
Mm-hmm.
Dead last
First to last.
in the WOAT-A-MAKER.
If I'm not first, I'm last.
And you played Robert Woods, but I spelled his name with 2 zeros because he
I
had
see
0
that.
points.
I see that.
Way to
What?
go.
Speaking of 0 points, you played Otten, who also was 0 points.
You also played the Saints D.
Dude, I played them so much, and I'm
Why?
not sure.
Next week, you
Why
played
didn't
him too
score
early.
points?
Premature deulation.
I was
Deulization.
I was playing
You
them
play him
and
next week versus the Panthers.
I played them and the Patriots D a lot. Those are the two that I focused on at the bottom. The Patriots
Jeez.
D was fine because
Yeah, true.
the Chargers didn't score a touchdown.
Yeah,
They're
6-0.
do no
Yeah.
harm.
I mean, the Patriots D. That's what I should have just focused on and just gone with that because. Anyways, all right. Here's the lineup that I was in, or the tournament I was in. It was 221.26 was the winning lineup. That's the one that won the big prize in the tournament I was in, and that goes as follows: Purdy, Rashad White, Acne, Elijah Moore from Cleveland, Michael Pittman, Deontay Johnson, Sam Laporta, Debo, and then the Colts D. So pretty low ownership in like 6 slots there. That running back from Miami was way low owned.
Because he got hurt last time he tried to play.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I played a lot of Rashad White. I played a lot of people that I saw in the optimal lineups. I just didn't play them all together.
Yeah.
I was all over most of these guys. Played a lot of Laporta too. Anyways, any thoughts on that winning lineup?
I didn't play hardly any of those guys except for Debo.
Dude, I did play a lot of Debo. Butch, what do you think about that?
Kind of like you, man. Played a lot of guys, just not together. So
Yeah. I kept finding myself when I was building my lineups with those types of quarterbacks and things. I kept finding, I was like, oh, I can get down to this level of running back. And I was like, Rashad White. Yeah. I mean, so I plugged him in a lot. Him and Ramondre Stevenson, I played a lot together. But didn't work out because that's not my lineup. So congrats to that person. All right. Anything else from DraftKings or anything of that nature?
No.
Did we cover
Next week's games look much better though.
Thank goodness. Good Lord.
Schedule.
All right. Monday Night Football. Quickly, we got Jacksonville hosting Cincinnati. Over-unders 40. Jacksonville favored by 10. Primetime Man Dime Hot Guys, Tex, lead us off.
Ingram, he's averaging like 9 targets a game, 5 to 6, sometimes 7 receptions with a high of 10 a couple weeks ago. And then between 49 and 50 yards on average as well. So he's a solid like 8, 9, 10 point guy, and I'm captaining him. Put him at captain because then you can build a pretty solid roster around that.
Are you calling him Ingram?
Ingram.
Yeah. All right. I'm giving you the Jacksonville. I'm going back to the defenses.
Back to the well.
Yes.
Really? You're going to play the D?
Jacksonville's defense. You got Jake Browning coming in there. They eat mid-tier QBs. I look back at their stats, and especially at home. They're a team that gets a pretty good amount of defensive touchdowns, especially at home. So this is a showdown. You can utilize your D.
That's a good point.
Go back and look at their stats. J-Vi.
I was just looking at that. I'm looking at what Brownie did last couple games. He completes a lot of passes. Well, he doesn't have a lot of incompletions, I'll say that. He doesn't complete a ton of passes, but doesn't have a lot of incompletions. So I think I'm going to go – I think they're going to try to get the run game going, get Mixon on screens out of the backfield. I'm going to go Mixon. 10-5.
Mixon. We don't know what Butch's was. He's gone. But if he comes back in, we'll get his.
Nice.
All right. Last segment.
Higgins is back, though.
He is.
Yes.
Last segment. Let's talk a little more college football, wrap up the championship weekend, and hang some banners. Do we have theme music?
Yes.
Yes. Woo! This segment's brought to you by Really Neat Outfitters. Promo code GOAT. Spend $60 and get free shipping. 10% off your order at checkout. Go buy the big third down hat for Christmas. That way, all Christmas long at your house, you don't even have to say it when you're watching football with your family. You just turn and look at them. Big third down. Everybody says it. Okay. Week 14, conference championship weekend. We had the don't sleep on them games, the game with that dog in it. We've got the playoff model jump games, and we got the trap games. Don't sleep on them. I told you, Toledo, don't sleep on them. Miami of Ohio came in there and wrecked your season. You slept on them. And now App State plays Miami of Ohio.
And they're 6.5 point favorites. I don't know. I don't get that. App is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Toledo, you slept on them, and you had a nightmare. J-Vi.
I went with a don't sleep on New Mexico State at Liberty, and that was a high scoring game. New Mexico State kept it close.
Was.
You see their coach, his interest. He came in, got off the bus wearing a poncho.
Dude, that's what they do when they do the Lobo walk or whatever.
Yeah.
Campus, they all wear ponchos.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not Jerry Kill. Is that Jerry Kill?
It's Jerry Kill.
Yeah.
He didn't pass out on the side.
No.
Didn't sleep on him this time.
Okay, that's what it was.
Mine was the same. I think New Mexico State's quarterback got hurt at some point.
Oh, he did. You're right.
And so
What's
that's
his name?
Because it was a shootout until that point.
They should see what Liberty does against Oregon.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome that they get to play Oregon.
And so Phoenix. Cool. It's like, I don't know, worst case scenario for Liberty.
Yeah. What's that guy's name? Uvula or something? It's something weird. Game with that dog in it. App State and Troy. J-Vi. We did it to him, though. That was on you.
It had a dog in it. It just wasn't App's dog. It wasn't App's
it was. I mean, it was a good game, and then the wheels just came off in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, 2 strip sacks, 1 return for a touchdown.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
beat
yeah.
ourselves, really, though. We had a lot of self-inflicting penalties, like false starts, things like that. I mean, can't win. Can't win with that.
Can't win with them.
Mm-mm.
All right, Tex. Game with that dog in it.
This game was definitely a game with that dog in it. It was a dog fight, but Bama was in the lead the whole time, and it was shook things up quite a bit for the whole
Yes,
weekend.
it did.
So
I told you Bama was gonna. I told you that was gonna ruin everything. I told you. We even found the clip. I said that is going to wreck everything if they win that game, and it did. And now everybody's at each other's throats.
But it was the best case scenario for Tex, which was also my playoff model for my playoff model jump. And that was truly the best thing that could have happened for Texas to get in the playoff.
Basically, what he's saying, people, is that Texas needed somebody else to do their dirty work for them because they couldn't get it done.
They needed. Well, I think that Florida State with that performance was going to get bumped down just because of what happened.
But honestly, Texas probably would have jumped Florida State anyways. It just sucks that Alabama won.
It made that part easy. So it made that part less distasteful, and it made the Alabama argument more relevant.
I would have much rather Georgia won, Texas maybe getting in,
and Texas squeaking in.
It's stupid. Anyways, that playoff model jump for me was Alabama UGA, and I just said why. It ruined everything.
It did.
I don't know if Texas gets in if Georgia wins.
I
don't think so.
Yeah,
now if Oregon wins,
because
Texas doesn't get in.
Alabama beating Georgia, there's no way they're not going to put Alabama in because they beat the number one team in the country. But because they're going to put Alabama in, they had to put Texas in because Texas beat them.
No, they were gonna boot FSU regardless. They were gonna boot them because the whole thing. I mean, they started that a long time ago.
I don't think Texas gets in if Georgia wins.
People are mad because Alabama jumped like 5 slots.
I mean, they've never had a team get in from lower than 6, and they got 2. They just wanted to make the last one historic. 2 teams from below
That's what it's all about.
6 get in, and a team that is undefeated conference champion didn't get in.
Yeah, they want to do the whole first time since 2020. Something's happened with this temperature in the room, whatever. What was your playoff model jump, J-Vi?
Playoff model jump was SMU at Tulane. I tried to warn Tulane. Tulane got upset, so now Liberty playing in the New Year's Six Bowl as the G5 representative.
Yep.
That plays them next year, too, I think.
Tulane?
No, Liberty.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Let's go.
They play Clemson at Clemson, and I believe they play Liberty. Don't know where that game's at, though.
We should go to the Clemson game. Hey, we got the mobile mic now. We can do interviews now. Got that thing dialed in.
Yes.
We just got to get a waiver, right, for people we interview. Or is verbal consent enough?
Verbal consent's enough.
Probably need to have somebody sign something.
Nah, verbal consent's enough.
Oh, you're in that business, aren't you?
Yeah. I think it has to be on camera, though, so we'd have to film it on our phone.
Oh, okay. We can do that. Okay, trap games, Oklahoma State, Texas. Just because Oklahoma State had some dead steer thing that was going on their campus, that was a bad idea. The whole thing. Terrible idea. Not a trap game, but I had to act like it was. J-Vi, go.
I thought, Michigan was going to overlook Iowa, but it just turns out that Iowa is that bad that Michigan could have won with their third strings. So, bad trap game for me, too.
Well, I think their offense was just that bad. Their defense was okay.
Their offense is 133 out of 133.
Yeah.
In Division One.
Their defense was okay, I thought.
Awesome, though, dude. Deacon, whatever
He's
his
the
name
backup,
is.
though, isn't he?
He's like the third string.
He couldn't get 1 yard. He's a hoss, but couldn't get 1 yard.
Dude,
His
the
quarterback
sneak. The
It
Deke
was
sneak
terrible. God, it was terrible.
can't be that soft if you're that big. Tex, what was yours?
Louisville, Florida State.
Turns
a
out
trap
it didn't
game.
matter at
Trap
all
game.
whether it was a
Well,
trap game or not.
It was
I
the
don't know how
fact
much
that
of you-
they've had to play the game.
I don't know if you guys watched it and how bad Plummer played at quarterback. I mean, it was painful to watch. Like the
It
third
was a
string guy
trap
from
game
Florida
for Florida State.
Yeah, the third string guy from Florida State. They were like, okay, don't get hurt, don't turn the ball over. D will take care of the rest, and they did. But Plummer was just, oh my gosh, for a guy who's been playing for 3-4 years already. I mean, that was painful to watch.
You know what a trap game that was? That was a trap game for America because we watched it thinking Florida State had a shot to get in the playoff.
Can we
they
talk
trapped
about
us.
that punt that they did that got blocked? When the punter
my
lined up
God.
over the gunner and he snapped it diagonal to him, and there was like 2 guys to block 5. I mean, I don't know what that was.
Yeah,
They're trying to give the game to Louisville, and then their defense bailed them out with a pick on that possession.
Yes, in the red zone. All right, ButchP, run us down. Oregon, Washington.
All right. Washington. Daffoed. They ducked around. They found out that Oregon was their
Daffo
little duck, their little duckling. They beat them twice. They brought the Daffo duck. They brought that big Penix energy and demolished Oregon Ducks. They are number 2 in the playoffs, deserving going undefeated, as undefeated teams should be rewarded to the playoffs. And hey, they did it, boys. Washington's
That
in.
game was electric. That was a good game. That was fun to watch. Penix throws such a good deep ball, dude. I like watching him play.
I had to get on my dad. We were staying at my parents' house this weekend. I got there. I turned that game on, and I went to put the bags upstairs or something. I come back down. He's got it on the UConn versus Kansas basketball game. And I was like, what are you doing?
It's
Because
not
this is a good game.
basketball.
And I was like, it's football season. So I pushed recall to try to turn it back to the station that the game was on. And the back button was on a high school state championship football game. I was like, so you've gone through like 3 channels already. Like you turned it that fast. You went through a high school football state championship game that you were watching to then a college basketball game. I'm like, what are you doing?
Playoff lives are on the line here.
Yeah.
You. Unbelievable. Well, there you have it. It's bowl season. So look out. I think should we do another Millie Goats bowl challenge?
Oh yeah.
Those are always
FCS,
fun.
let's shout out Montana though quickly.
Hey, FCS playoffs roll.
I was flipping back between that Florida State game and the Montana game. Not that the Montana game was close, but they had an absolute snow blizzard. And I kept telling my wife, I was like, you want to see what it was like when we played in Montana in 2009?
Was it negative 28 or something like that with the wind chill?
It was 0 degrees without the wind chill.
Yeah, it was cold. Because I made AK go no sleeves, and he was shivering the entire game.
Did it.
Wow,
I
dude.
did it.
Wow, dude. Why'd you shiver, coward?
Hey, I did it too.
That was.
You also,
Yeah, you did. You were outside. That's right.
You should have seen how much Vaseline we rubbed on AK's arms. Looking like Val Venus coming out to wrestle.
Oh my gosh. So there we go. Let's hang some banners. But yeah, shout out FCS playoffs. We love the FCS playoffs.
And Division II playoffs.
And Division
Got
II.
Lenore Ryan.
Woo, my wife's
Yep.
alma mater
Mm-hmm.
in the semifinals.
Yep.
So
Randolph
is my dad.
Bacons. They play in the same
Yes.
conference as my team. They're in the semifinals.
Yes.
13-0.
Watson just pulled his hamstring.
Oh no. Of course he
Oh
did. 'cause
no. Oh
course he did.
no.
Oh, yep, got him.
Oh,
Sniper.
ouch.
Oh, okay.
The guy's trying to steal the ball from him. He's trying He's trying to get the ball without touching it.
The
Say
amount
that,
of
men's softball.
reverses and misdirections that Packers run is
Hey, I like
crazy.
it.
I don't,
though.
I don't blame them.
I like it.
All right, let's hang some banners real quick. I'm going to go first. Let me hang the banner for this bar that ran this promotion called X Golf Cedar Rapids. I guess it's in Michigan.
Yeah.
Cedar Rapids is, I think, it's in Iowa.
They were offering free beer at this bar from kickoff until Iowa scores.
Oh no.
Iowa. Cedar Rapids is in Iowa.
Oh, there you go, Iowa. So here's what they said:
That's where Northern Iowa is. University of
pour
Northern
until
Iowa.
Iowa scores is back tomorrow night. Book a 7 p.m. bay time and receive draft beer at no charge until Iowa scores. The game ends
no.
or your bay time ends. See staff for details. Probably, I wanted a live stream on that so bad. So hang the banner for that golf simulator place for giving free beer until Iowa score. That is the gutsiest move of all college football season. Hang the banner for them.
Hey,
Whoever
shout
wants
out
to go.
them.
Yeah.
I said, hey, I was going to do a half and half. My first hang the banner was to that number 4 player for Iowa for getting after it on kick return or on punt coverage. Missed the tackle at the 10, ran the dude down, got him out. But my other hang the banner, since Texas isn't doing Fire Flames list anymore, my other hang the banner goes out to the Jacksonville Icemen of the ECHL for having the best jerseys, sweaters in hockey. These things are absolutely legit.
Oh yeah, those are nice.
Yes.
They even got the Dumb and Dumber tuxedo outfit jersey, but they're the
Nice.
Sabres affiliate.
Yeah,
So
I love that one. That was my favorite.
yeah, Jacksonville Icemen, shout out, best sweaters in hockey.
Hang the banner. Tex, go.
I'm just gonna say, hang the banner for college football. Great season. Bowls coming up.
Army Navy this week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically, the best sport in the world to watch for the chaos, the craziness, the arguments, the ridiculousness of a 4-team playoff for the last year. All of it. Great season. Hang the banner for college football. Sad that it's over. Now we got to get through these bowls and watch the last bit of good college football, and we'll have to wait again until next year. And we'll all be hurting for a Florida State, Louisville third-string quarterback battle come end of June.
Yes. ButchP, hang a banner.
Dude, hanging banner because it's around the corner. Golf season coming back. Scotty
Not
Scheffler
looking forward to it. Not looking forward
hanging
to
the
it at all.
banner, winning the Hero Championship. And my lineup that had 1, 2, and 3 correct. Scheffler, Sepp Straka, and then JT. He's back. But then my other 3 were Wyndham Clark, who finished 19th. And then
Tiger
was
beat
not
you.
bad.
Glover and Hovland. Hovland
Hovland was a
Hovland
scumbag.
deciding he wanted to play today. Yeah, he's a scumbag.
Did you guys see? Maybe this is other relevant sports news, but it's basically they're talking about it's like $1 to $2 million to get a good quarterback in the transfer portal.
Yeah.
But one of those guys who's considered a top transfer is DJ Uiagalelei.
Yeah. He's
Like-
considering Florida State and somewhere else.
It's just crazy to me. Like the
Yeah,
Sun Belt Player
Grayson-
of the Year is
Grayson
in the transfer
McCall,
portal.
the dude from
JMU, the quarterback from
JMU, yep.
JMU.
He's in there.
One of the guys from App already
Two
left.
guys. That's 2 guys.
One of the
Then you
guys
got-
from App.
Both quarterbacks for Michigan State.
I was
Cam
thinking
Ward,
Aguilar would probably leave.
who is from Washington State, because his coach left. But
Yeah.
his coach was also I think that he was the same coach that he had at Incarnate Word whenever he transferred to Washington State. So I think that guy's like bounced around. So Cam Ward's good. Probably he might go with him. Who knows? But and then who else?
College
I
football.
think it's crazy. Those names are the ones that are garnering the 1 to 2 million. I'm trying to figure out who they're talking about. If it's just one guy or like 2 or 3.
Yeah, well,
Hey.
I think 1 or 2, like that's like minimum. Like you minimum need that to get a decent player. Like the good guys that are coming out are getting a lot more than
There's
that.
some great games on the FCS playoffs this weekend and the D2 playoffs.
Yes.
Did you guys see that Dion got voted Sportsman of the Year? Coaching a team that won 4 games.
Hey, they only won 3 last year.
They beat the over-under. They were 3.5.
There you go. That's all that matters. Good teams win. Great teams cover, right? USFL, XFL merging. And they're going to cut the teams. They're going to be at 8 teams.
Smart.
So they're cutting some of the teams. Inter-squad DraftKings Jamboree standings. ButchP still in the lead at 16. JVI 14. Tex 14. DYLON at 10. I'm at 7, but that's about to change. Here I come. Choo-choo. All right. Recommend our show to a friend. A friend's friend. Everybody. Do it. We would appreciate that. Follow us on YouTube, The Milly Goats, Rumble, The Milly Goats, Twitter, @Milly Goats, Instagram, @The Milly Goats, website and blog, millygoats.godaddysite.com, apparel at www.raeo.live. Subscribe, rate, review the show. We would do the same for you. We will see you Wednesday for week 14 in bowl season. Go Niners. Absolute molly-whopping.